But man, try it. Try it in your life, and it has just an unexpectedly big impact.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Hustle and FLOWCHART podcast with your boys, Matt WOLFE and Joe FIER. I think this quote is like attributed to Scott Adams, but actually hearing it out loud, it almost sounds fairly derivative of your work, so it could go back to you. But he has a philosophy of don't set goals, instead create systems that make getting to where you want inevitable. Just the systems work, they keep on happening. So therefore, motivation is taken out of the equation. That's not the quote, but that's the essence of the quote. So I'm curious if maybe you can speak into that. Is that sort of how you feel about goal setting, or what's your opinion on it?
I would agree with that statement for sure, but there is a system and process for achieving any aspiration, any outcome, and rather than use the word goal, I use aspiration or outcome depending on the type of goal that it is. I'll just give an example. Where does motivation fit in? Ideally, you find, let's say that you want to get more fit. Ideally, you find an exercise you already want to do. There are dozens and dozens of ways to get more fit, and this is part of the system and part of what I described. And so you don't just assume you have to run for an hour a day. Ideally, you find a new behavior or habit that you want to do, where the motivation's already built in. For me in my life, when I'm living in Maui, which is half the time, it's surfing. I don't have to motivate myself to go surfing. When I'm here in California right now, I love rowing on hydro. It is so fun and awesome, and I love it. And so that's the best approach, the best system is to find, whether it's weight loss or sleeping better or being more productive, is matching yourself with behaviors that will take you to that outcome, but behaviors you already want to do. So you can then check the box on motivation, say, bam, I already want to do this. Then it's the ability thing. How do I make this easier to do? And make it easier to do. And then all you're left with is prompt. And you're like, okay, what's going to prompt me to do this? And in the tiny habits way, you use an existing routine, something you already want to do, something you already do to be your prompt. Like brushing is the prompt for flossing.
Yeah, it's kind of stacking them up that way. This is something that maybe other people have already heard. I know you have a TED Talk and this is in there, but the Maui Habit. And that's the number one thing. I know I've been doing it ever since I learned about it from you. Yeah, thank you. And started to do some squats after peeing as well. I know that's that's something you do, push-ups, I believe. So it's the Maui Habit. That's just an interesting way to kind of celebrate life. You woke up and now what's next? And it's almost like you could stack from that. Can you explain that process in the morning a little bit?
The habit that I named the Maui Habit was really quite an accident how it came across, but now thousands of people do it. It's the only habit that I prescribe in my book, Tiny Habits, because everything else in that book is about creating any habit that you want. So the Maui Habit goes like this. As soon as you get up in the morning, so it's after my feet touch the floor in the morning, I will say, it's going to be a great day. Bam, 7 words, simple. And I'm a scientist, I'm a behavior scientist, and I'm skeptical about things. And so I know people listening, oh, that sounds like a lot of woo-woo. But man, try it. Try it in your life, and it has just an unexpectedly big impact in life if you just say, it's going to be a great day.